CLIP will celebrate hope and joy like never before. And today on Week with Weeks, we're going to speak to the hosts. It's Mr. Albert Fernandes and Mrs. Milena Sousa. Welcome.
Thank you,
Mr. Weeks.
So to start off, can you just give us an idea of what this event will be like? What's included? What will it look like?
I think it's going to be a beautiful event that CLIP has prepared this year. Lots of surprises have been prepared, surprises even for me and for Mr. Fernandes as well. A lot of the things we haven't seen yet, but we're expecting great things, and we're really excited to be the hosts this year.
As Ms. Sousa said, we haven't been authorized to disclose much. However, we can say it's going to be exciting. A little bit in the line of what was with commencement. We expect the CLIP community to join and to help us make this event a memorable one, taking into consideration that 2020 has been the year it has. But we stay strong as a community, and I'm excited.
It sounds really fun. How did you get roped into this job?
Well, I can actually blame Ms. Sousa for that one. No, it was an invitation by Mr. Mark Meirelles. And he thought, I don't know why, but he thought we were the most adequate couple.
I can add to that. We were trying to. I think they wanted to find a way that we would be the hosts. We wouldn't have to wear masks because for those people who aren't aware, we're married. We're a married couple, so part of the same family, and that way the hosts don't have to wear masks, and we found a way to be together and present. So I think they tried to find a couple. I think that was it.
How are your kids feeling about it? Are they proud or are they a bit embarrassed?
Oh, well, they haven't actually expressed any feelings regarding that. I think their biggest concern is that they might have to be at CLIP during the event as well. They'd rather be at home. I think that deep down they're excited as well. It's always a new adventure to see mom and dad online. I think deep down they're excited, but they're nervous for us as well.
So I imagine there's events there must be lower school events, middle school events, upper school events.
Yes.
Is there anything specific you're looking forward to that you know about?
Well, I'll speak for myself, being from lower school, I think that the lower school moment, as all of them, but because the young children are involved, it's always a touching kind of melt your heart moment when it's little children singing. So of course I'm a little biased here, but I am looking forward to the lower school moment. But I know they have lots of special surprises in store from all areas of the school, and not only from teaching staff, but other members of the school community. CLIP families will be involved as well. So I just think it's a nice community event.
In my case, I'm going to follow the line of Ms. Sousa here. I'm excited to see the middle school participation in this, but yet I'm always eager to see the upper school because most of them I've taught, and it's always nice to see familiar faces. And basically, I don't know, I've been at CLIP now for 6 years. Ms. Sousa's been there a little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
And I think these events really show that we do come together as a community. And you can feel the sense of the warmth and the hope and the I don't know. It just gives you a certain tingle to see people come together around a common purpose. And like I say, we must be a community of, I don't know, close to 3,000 people maybe, between parents and students and siblings. Alumni, yeah. I wasn't even thinking of alumni. And to see come together, that means we must be doing something right, because they do come back and they do participate and they're willing to give up their free time to see what's going on with our CLIP community. And I think that's something we should value, because it's something that doesn't come cheap anymore, per se. You know, to actually be part of a community like this and to see people come together and being eager to participate, I think it's something very, very beautiful.
So talking of alumni, I've recorded some interviews with a few alumni who are now living abroad in different countries, and that's going to be edited into a video that'll be part of the evening. The two of you both, as far as I'm aware, you both grew up in Canada. Is that right?
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
that's correct.
And obviously the theme of bonds is a key concept this year. How do the two of you stay in touch with your roots back in Canada? How do you stay in touch with your friends and family back there, or do you feel you've completely become Portuguese now?
Well, I think obviously our roots are there. It's inevitable. We're Canadian. You can tell in our accents. We use the word "a" at the end of our sentences a lot. Just typical things that are Canadian that we don't want to lose and we want to transmit to our children. Beatriz has gone back without us, surprisingly. We didn't go with her, but she did go and see where her mom and dad grew up, and that's something that we haven't done yet with David because their grandparents do live in Portugal. But it for sure is something that we want to do with him, and that's also important because we feel that it's also his roots as well, because both of us obviously were born there, raised there, we speak English at home, but we also have a lot of Portuguese in us as well, being Luso Canadians because our parents are Portuguese. So it's kind of like a mix. Sometimes we actually even mix languages at home, and it's hard. It's like a mix.
Yeah, regarding family, I think you can never not be in touch. We might be. I still have uncles there and cousins. I have a cousin that I honestly consider to be my brother, as I have two sisters. I have no male siblings, and Christmas comes around or birthdays. Some way we one way or another we try to get in contact, either through social media or a phone call or just a quick text message. It's something that you will never lose. Some of my students, they ask me sometimes what my favorite sport is, and I tell them ice hockey, and they're kind of shocked. Like, what's that? It's like ice hockey. And they'll see us.
Try telling them that it's cricket. That's even harder.
That's harder, yeah, probably.
Yeah. And sometimes they're kind of surprised that it's not football or soccer, our soccer. But yeah, we try to keep in touch. I miss it, especially at Christmas. I've been here
snow.
for a while now. The snow. It's like to actually hear Christmas songs and Mariah Carey whopping away her famous song and looking outside, not seeing white snow. It's still something I haven't totally gotten used to. The rest of the year, I'm fine. I prefer the weather here, of course. But Christmas, the lights, the essence, it's different. It's different. I've gotten used to the Portuguese Christmas, which is normal and is lovely. But I must say, I miss the snow. The snow I miss. Not the cold weather, but the snow.
So will you be spending your Christmas dinner with a computer set up? Well, I suppose there's a big time difference, so you won't be there with people eating at the same time on the other end of a Zoom call or whatever.
Normally, my uncle, like I said, I have my father's brothers there, and normally he calls, but no Zooms, no Teams. It's just a call to see how everyone's doing, how the codfish is, and kale, and the boiled potatoes. Because I think it goes both ways. I think honestly, they over there miss Portugal more than we kind of miss Canada to a certain extent. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I think it's not just the country itself, but it's the brothers, the sisters, these family gatherings. I think that's when it hits hard, is when the Christmas comes along and the birthdays and the first communions and the baptisms and the weddings and those moments where normally you would all come together. And this year I was actually kind of shocked because I have one of my cousins, he actually surprised his parents and came on Monday, and he appeared without telling anyone. But due to the restrictions this year, it's really complicated. And the thing is, normally we want things more when we know we can't have them. So due to the restrictions, I think It makes us want to be together even more. And I don't know, I'm a huggy person, and I miss the hugs. I miss the hugs.
I do too, especially in the lower school. You really miss that. It's so hard now. We do like the elbow hello, but it's so hard sometimes not to just hug them and because that's so much part of like who we are as a school, and we're affectionate with the children, and that's a big part of what we're missing this year, I think.
So moving back to the celebration of hope and joy, I usually have a section in the podcast which I've decided to call completely on my own 8PW You Ask the Question, which is where I ask my form class, 8PW, to come up with questions to ask the guests. Now, today in form time, hang on. Today in form
Scary.
time.
Yeah.
Hang on, this might be scarier or not, I don't know. But today in form time, because it was the day of Secret Santa, I didn't actually have time to ask them. So I've kind of tried to get myself in the head of the students in my form class and come up with the questions that I think they might have asked.
No, that's really scary.
That's kind of an extra level, isn't it? So these are questions that I think my class would have asked, if that makes any sense at all. The first one is, I suppose this is mostly to Mr. Fernandes, but considering that, as far as I'm aware, you're reasonably good friends with Mr. Amaral, who hosted it last time, considering that you've been chosen to replace him, have you teased him about this at all yet?
Basically, I just told them that they were probably looking for someone a little bit taller, which wasn't difficult, so I don't even know why they chose me. They could have chosen Form 6, but no, I think Mr. Amaral was quite happy when he found out that I was, at least it's staying in the Canadian heritage.
True.
True.
So it's going from one Canadian to
Miss
the other.
Suarez as well last time.
Yeah, so basically this is almost like the Stanley Cup. It's like he had it, now I have it. I haven't really teased him yet, but you've given me a good idea. We still have 2 days or 3 before, so maybe I'll take that into consideration. No, I think he's happy for me. He did an amazing job, as Miss Suarez
did a great job.
I really enjoyed commencement. I think they were fabulous. I hope that Milena and I can fill in their shoes.
It's a big responsibility.
It's a big responsibility. The only thing you won't notice the difference is the A's at the end of the sentences. You know, it'll be like a continuation.
I don't know about that.
What, Mr. Amaral didn't do any A's?
Oh.
I don't know. But it is a big responsibility, as everyone knows. I'm very close friend with Mr. Amaral. I think I'll be reaching out to him for some advice during the next few days.
Yeah.
He may crash the show. We don't know. He may make an appearance. You never know. Anything's possible.
I don't know. That means we'll have to fix the cameras, put them a bit lower. I'm sorry, Amaral.
And what's the dress code? Are we super smart, tuxedos and dresses, or is it a bit more casual?
It's going to be both. I think it's going to start a little bit formal, and then in the end, we're going to get into the Christmas spirit. I don't know if I can disclose this, but we're going to get into the Christmas spirit with Christmas jumpers and kind of dance around and make it fun. And I think in the end, that's what we want to. That's the energy we want to give off, is hope and joy and happiness, and send that out and send the vibe out to all the families watching.
And finally, any nerves? How are you feeling about being there live with a stream of comments being made by your students and ex-students going down the side?
Oh, I'm nervous. I have to say, my husband, Mr. Fernandes, is way more at ease. He likes the spotlight. This is not a surprise. This is easy for him. It's much more difficult for me. If I can shy away from a camera, I will. I tend to be more like that. So, but Marco, when he invited me, I said, "Are you sure? I don't know about this." And he was like, "Yeah, of course. It's going to be great. You can do it." So I'm like, okay. And I can't say no to Marco, so it was a yes. But yeah, I'm nervous.
I'm going to disagree a little bit with Ms. Sousa there. I think that the vibe that comes off from Mr. Fernandes is that, yeah, he's okay with cameras and he likes the spotlight. I'm not going to say I don't, but nonetheless, there's always those little butterflies before the moment actually kicks off. I think I'll be fine once the ceremony itself starts. I'm hoping we're still going to be with Miss Johnston and Mr. Carvalho and the filming crew on Tuesday and Wednesday, I think, to give us a little rehearsal, to actually get everything down to T. But I think deep down, I want to have fun, and I want to make sure that the people that are watching enjoy it. I'm okay with being a little bit of a clown once in a while, so I don't stress too much about it.
So we're all really looking forward to it. So can you just remind us the date, the time, and how everyone can see it?
All right. It's taking place Wednesday, the 16th of December at 7 p.m., 1900 for the military. It will be streamed. It will be streamed live on YouTube, as commencement was. And I think that's about it. I think they're expecting it to be, correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Sousa, but I think they're expecting it to be more or less an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I expect everyone to watch, to have fun, to interact, to engage, and if necessary, to make fun of Mr. Fernandes on Thursday.
Links will be sent out by email, as far as I'm aware, so everyone can follow the link to get involved. Well, Mrs. Milena Sousa and Mr. Albert Fernandes, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us.
Best of luck.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
You're very welcome. Best of luck on Wednesday next week. I'm sure it'll be great. I can't wait to see it. Take care.
Thank you.
So much.
See you
No
Wednesday.
pressure.
See you Wednesday. Bye-bye.